Alright, boys and girls, we're back. And here we are back at Copart, one of my favorite places to go. And we are here today to look at a few cars for a buddy of mine. He's looking for a quick fix to find a replacement car for his wife. So here we are looking at our first van. We're going to do a voiceover because I forgot my external microphone. And, well, I'm not sure what I'm looking at here, but there... you do have to be escorted at the Kansas City yard now, so I didn't spend a whole lot of time on each car. But this is a 2017 Chrysler Pacifica Touring. It's a very nice van, fully loaded, leather seats, navigation. I believe it only had like 30,000 miles on it, and for the most part it is pretty clean, and even had kind of a new car smell. As you can tell, we'll probably go back here in a minute and take another look at the back, but it got hit in the rear, and unfortunately the damage is a little bit worse than what we saw in the pictures. The wheel is actually tweaked there in the back. Of course the door is pushed in, the whole quarter panel's messed up, and that rear glass needs to be replaced. So definitely fixable if you had some time to do it. But it's going to need a little bit more work, I think, than what my friend is willing to put into it. So we'll see how much it goes for here in a little while. Auction here is at noon. But we got just a few hours. But I've got a feeling this one's probably going to go for much higher than what we're wanting to spend. And like I said, it's a little bit more work. So, alright, now we move on to another 2017. This is a Ford Explorer Xlt. Very nice car. This only had 28,000 miles on it. And another rear quarter hit. And here it tore the lower control arm. Pulled out the CV axle, so it's definitely going to need a whole new suspension rebuild in the back. Did tweak the quarter just a little bit, but the door still shut okay. And man, the interior on this car is very nice. Fully loaded, leather seats, sunroof.
New in this one.
Just a really nice, clean vehicle. This might fit the bill. We'll start it here in just a minute. Just taking another look at the suspension here, trying to get a good view of what's going on. It's hard to get the camera down in there. The vehicle was literally just sitting on the ground, but yeah, it ripped up just about everything in there. But I definitely think it would have been kind of an easy fix. Definitely not drivable. Now I'm going to go ahead and head up front, and the key is in it. And we're going to go ahead and see if this 2017 Ford will fire up. And she starts right up without any hesitation. No lifter knocks, nothing. This happened to be a very solid car. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and pop the hood, go up front, and just take a look at the engine, make sure there's nothing missing. There shouldn't be. I don't think there's any front end damage. And as you guys can see, that the engine is real clean. I mean, it's only got, what, 28,000 miles on it. So another thing that's appealing to me about this car, it's also a pure sale. So we'll be keeping a close eye on this one here at auction here in just a little while. Yeah, engine sounds good. So I'm going to go ahead and walk around the side here, and I'm looking at the wheel. You can see some grass in between the rim and the tire. You can see some grass down in the rocker. So now it's a little more clear about maybe what happened to the car. You can definitely tell it went off-road. And no telling what happened to that back wheel on... But other than that, though, I don't see any rear end damage. I'm trying to just get a look underneath there, see if the exhaust is damaged. And I'm actually kind of watching this for the first time with you guys here as I'm editing. So, yeah, I don't really see any damage there. And now I'm trying to get a good look underneath the front. Make sure we don't have a smashed oil pan or subframe or exhaust or anything like that. And it looks like it's pretty good. It's upside down here, but looks pretty good. Now I'm more impressed with this car watching it while I'm editing than even when I was out looking at it. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and shut it off here, and we're going to head to the next car. Alright, and next up here is a 2013 Cadillac SRX Luxury Collection. And from the pictures, it didn't look too bad. In the pictures, the door is actually not attached to the vehicle, so I don't know if it fell off during the accident or if the body shop took it off to take a look, but the door didn't really look damaged. But as I'm kind of pointing out there, another rear quarter panel hit. Not as bad as the other vehicles. Probably still would have to do some body work on there. I don't know if you could PDR that out. I guess you can do anything, but probably easier just to do some body work back there. Bumper, I think, was undamaged, is in the car. And the front's beautiful. No issues at all. The passenger side was clean. And the interior was fairly clean. And I did try to start this car. I can't remember if it's on film or not, but the battery is actually dead on this one. So one thing I noticed there as getting in is the screen for the navigation and radio was shattered. I actually kind of liked this car. I thought it might have been a good fixer-upper, but I think it's just a little more work than what my buddy is wanting to put into it. So, not bad. It's only got 77,821 miles on it, so very low miles for a 2013. And here I'm just getting a good look at the rear, see if there's any undercarriage damage. But I think what damaged, or I think what totaled this car out, which I forgot to look at at the auction because that door was taped shut, but the frame or the body behind the door I think was caved in pretty good. But I didn't really spend a whole lot of time on this car because I don't think there was a lot of interest on it. I just thought it was kind of intriguing. But we'll watch it here in a little while at the auction, and who knows, maybe we'll pick it up for cheap. And that is it for this one. Let's move on to the next car. Alright guys, so unfortunately, we got to look at, 3 cars I think, but I had to shut off the GoPro. The policies have changed a little bit here at the Kansas City yard over the last several months. Some of it because of COVID. You know, you have to wear a mask and all that, but also you have to have an escort take you around, and which is fine and all. I understand the reasoning behind that. But anyways, about halfway through, even though I called and got permission ahead of time to record, I was told to shut off the GoPro, and I wasn't allowed to. So In the future, I'll have to get written permission probably from corporate, so I'll work on that. But what you guys missed out on wasn't anything too exciting. We were looking at a 2017 Ford Escape, which was the primary vehicle I came here to look at. And it was a vandalism car. And you can tell it just wasn't taken care of. It smelled terrible on the inside. It's definitely a smoker's car. And just about every panel on the car was kicked in or damaged in some way. So that car, unfortunately, is a no-go. We'll watch it, but everything's going so expensive right now. There really isn't that. They're not that good of deals. And let's see, did I show you the Explorer? I think I did show you the Explorer, and that was my favorite one. And then I looked at a Cadillac, I think, too. It was a Cadillac. I don't remember what it is now. I'll have to bring it up here and I'll show you on the screen. But it wasn't a bad car, but it needed some work as well. A little more than what we were wanting to do. Like I said, this is for a friend of mine, and we're just wanting to get something we can put together quick, and he can get on the road and start driving. So sorry that I couldn't show you everything, but now I got to rush home so that we could watch the auction, and who knows, maybe we'll end up with something, but we'll see. All right, so made it back home from Copart. Now we've got the auction up live, and here is one of the cars I didn't actually have time to look at while I was out there, but it's a 2017 Wrangler. And actually not really interested in buying this one. I just wanted to kind of see what it would go for. And wow, it sold for $9,500. So if I was in the market for another project for myself, that'd have been one I would have been highly interested in, because it looked interesting. It did have airbags deployed, but did take on quite a bit of front end damage. So let's see, I think that is it for right now. We got the 2020 Chevrolet Trax, which is one I did look at after they told me to put away the GoPro. So it's coming up here pretty quick, and I am interested in this one. Again, this is for a friend of mine to get fixed up and to make their daily driver. But yeah, this is a 2020. It has just only 867 miles on it. I did go look at this one, like I said, and it's a pretty nice car. It definitely took some damage to the windshield, the fender, and the bumper, and then it has a dent in the hood, and then it has side curtain airbags deployed. But other than that, it still smells new on the inside. And it's a pretty nice car. So we'll kind of see what this one goes for. But I'll bring you back in once it comes up. Alright guys, so here comes the 2020 Chevrolet Trax. And let's see here, where is it at? It's at $2,900. I need to log in so I can actually bid on these, but I can tell already it's going to be too much for what we want to spend on this car. We're wanting out the gate to be less than 5. And yep, I can tell this one's going to be a little past that, so I need to log in just a minute so we can actually bid on one if we need to. Or I should actually be logged in, because this is my watch list, so why am I not? Okay. I need to figure out what's wrong with my account. So once this one is over, I need to go in and fix my account, because it says my bid limit's exceeded. Yeah, this one's going too high. If it was going to go for less than 3, or around 3, then maybe. But it does need quite a bit of work on that front end. Like I said, I'm not confident we're going to win anything today because everything is going for unreal money. And you still have to fix them. So, but I do want to see what these cars that we had on the watch list are going to, what they're going to sell for. Wow. Let me switch over these other screens, make sure I'm not missing any others. Yep, still good. And it sold, so. And another one on the watch list was a 2017 Pacifica, which I looked at. I believe we got that on video. But I can tell already it's going for too much money. It's at $9,700, so we're not going to be bidding on it, but we'll watch it and see what it goes for. Alright, the 2017 Chrysler Pacifica that we went and looked at is about to come up. Make sure we're not missing anything else. Looks we're good. Alright, so this one, like I said, it's already past our budget. But it was actually a pretty nice van. It had side damage. The wheel was tweaked a little bit. This whole corner panel back here is pushed in pretty badly. And the door is damaged, so, and of course it's missing the window. But very nice van. Really would have been the perfect car for what my friend is wanting it for. It's gonna be a family car. But yeah, it's already at $11,000 and it's gonna need some pretty good repair, so we'll definitely let this one go. But let's just kind of see what it sells for here. It's always kind of good to watch these and gain some knowledge, and so in the future, if another car comes up like it, you kind of have an idea what expected to sell for. So it looks like 13.1 might be the final bid. Nope, 13.2. Always have that last minute. $13.4. $13.4 it is. So, alright, I'll be back here once another one comes up. I think we only have a couple more, and we'll catch you then. Alright, and here is the Cadillac that we went and looked at. We did, I think, get this on film. It's a 2013 SRX, and yeah, it's already past our limit on this as well. We set a bid limit of about $5,000 on this one. And yeah, it's going to go for way more than what we want to spend on this particular car, but it was a nice car. What you can't really tell in the pictures is it's got some pretty good damage to the body behind this door. But so yeah, that's actually that's actually a decent deal. It's on approval. It wasn't even a pure sell, so. But $6,400, not too bad. Alright guys, and here's the 2017 Ford Escape. It's a vandalized vehicle. This was the #1 reason for going out to the yard today. Because in the pictures it looked pretty decent, but in person, the inside is a mess. Strong stench of cigarette smoke, and almost every body panel on the outside of the car was damaged. And I opened the hood. Of course, I couldn't get started, and the gentleman that escorted me out there didn't have a jump pack on him, so we decided just to pass on this one. But yeah, this was the last car I looked at. They had to actually bring this from a sublot to actually look at it, and this was after I wasn't allowed to use my GoPro, so sorry you guys didn't see this when I went out there, but like I said, it looks pretty decent in the pictures, but the door over here is kicked in. The body was damaged back here. Both doors, well, you can't see in the pictures, but both doors over here were damaged. The hood was damaged. Grill was damaged. It had a lot of issues, but not a bad car. on all 4 tires need to be replaced. In fact, the driver tire in the front had a big knob on it. But I don't know, $4,950 though. That was right in our budget for it. Actually, that was right at our budget. Well, it's a little above because we wanted out the door, out after fees and everything, $5,000 on that one. So I'm glad we didn't bid on that one though, because I think it would have been a money pit. But all right, well, I think that's about it. Let me go through here. There might be one more. I think there's one more. What are we missing here? I don't know. I think there's one more. If not, then I'll go ahead and close out the video here in just a minute, but I'll catch you in just a bit. How about this one, guys? I actually saw this out there, but it wasn't on my list to look at, and you have to tell them what 5 cars you want to look at first, and otherwise I would have went over and looked at this one. But it's a 1964 Ford Thunderbird. It's a 2-door, and it's just a beautiful car. It's at 4,300 right now, and it says it's a run and drive, but it looks like it's been completely restored, but it does have a mechanical issue. But yet it's a run and drive. Yeah, it says second. Oh yeah, primary damage is mechanical, but so it could be transmission or something. But man, it's a beautiful car. Sorry, I'm at a bad habit of clicking through these pictures really fast. But this is a car I would not mind having. Alright guys, and here's the very last one. I believe we looked at this one and got it on camera out the yard. And this was actually a very nice car. Again, it's just going a little higher than what we wanted, but it had that rear suspension damage. Didn't have a whole lot of body damage. Had a little bit on the quarter. The door was pushed in, probably could be fixed. But other than that, this car is tempting, but it's just a little beyond the budget what we want to spend. Again, this is for a friend of mine, and so it's his money, his car, and this is just a little much, I think, but not bad though for 10.6. All right, so after all the time we spent looking at all the cars on the list coming up for the week's auction, and also making the visit out to the yard, we ended up not even bidding on any cars, but that's the way it goes sometimes. No big deal. It's still fun. And that's okay, because there will be plenty more cars coming up. We'll keep looking. And I still need to finish up the projects we have. Right next to me here is the 2012 BMW X5 we picked up a few months back. I've driven this for probably about 3,000 miles since we got it, and it started having some issues, so that'll probably be the next video as we diagnose what's going on with it. And of course, then we still have to finish up the Ford Fusion. I need to get the ignition key barrel rekeyed, and just a small and just a few minor things, but it's practically done, but just a few things to get it completed. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. It's a car channel, and it's not just rebuild material, even though that's kind of the majority of it right now. But we'll have a lot of good, exciting builds and videos coming up in the future. And don't forget to check out our previous builds. And of course, don't forget to check us out on Instagram at Casey's.garage, where you can get some of the inside scoop of what's going on with the channel or in the garage in between videos. But like I said, I've got some work to do. I need to finish up this car here and do some work on it. So until next time, we'll catch you later.